If you're seriously considering moving to Florida, you've probably already been thinking about the sunshine, the beaches, and maybe even the tax benefits. But after working with relocation clients here for the past several years, I can tell you that the people who are happiest after they move here are not the ones who only come down here for the weather. While the weather down here is pretty darn great, I doubt if that's the only thing you think about when you describe the way you live today. You need to look at the whole picture and decide what matters most to you. I'm Lee Johnson with Brownfield Real Estate Group, and I work with buyers choosing to move to Florida from all over the country. And I know how important it is to make sure that this is the right move for you before you sign a contract to buy a new house. So today I want to walk you through 5 of the biggest factors that I always discuss with my buyers before showing houses, and the pros and cons of each one of these for you to consider. Because depending on who you are and where you're coming from, the exact same information can either feel like a dream come true or a total deal breaker. Most people are coming here because they're tired of shoveling snow, scraping ice off the windshield, and bundling up for months of the year. But the flip side is that our summers are hot and they're humid. In July and August, average highs are around 87 to 88 degrees with lows around 76. Add humidity of over 75% and frequent afternoon thunderstorms. And depending on where you're coming from, this may not be much of an adjustment at all, or it may take some serious getting used to. We do still get seasons here too. This has actually been one of the coldest winters we've seen in years, with about 10 nights dropping below 35 degrees. Meanwhile, much of the rest of the country was dealing with blizzards and some zero temperatures for days on end. So the question becomes, would you rather trade being stuck inside November through March for a couple of hot summer months? Or do you really hate the sticky hot and don't want to deal with that? The second factor that you should consider is lifestyle. I have clients that have moved here from Colorado, where he was working about 60 hours a week, traveling constantly, dealing with snow half the year, and living a very hectic life. Now they're incredibly happy and much more relaxed, and their day-to-day lives look completely different. They have a big yard with ducks and chickens. They built a pool and have a hot tub in their backyard, and they're on the beach almost every weekend. For them, the slower pace of life here was exactly what they're looking for. But that same slower pace can feel very different to someone used to having theater, museums, and nightlife, or even professional sports in their own backyard. While those things do exist here, they don't compare to Orlando, Chicago, or LA. Do you love going clubbing most weekends? Do you want a wide variety of entertainment with theater, museum, or sports? If the answer is yes, then this is probably not the place for you. Here, you're more likely to see shorts and t-shirts being worn instead of dressy clothes. If you're looking for a Broadway play or national artist, you're probably going to drive to Orlando, Tampa, or Daytona. Most of my buyers that make the move down here don't mind that drive at all. They'll happily trade driving a little further now and then for a special show or game so that they can enjoy this much more relaxed lifestyle on a daily basis. The third factor is growth and traffic. Brevard County is growing quickly. Palm Bay alone is projected to approach 300,000 residents very soon, and Melbourne is expected to hit around 88,000 people. We still have small towns like Grant, Valkyria, and Malabar, but it's hard to call this part of Florida sleepy any longer. Now, for someone coming from Boston, Chicago, or Southern California, an hour's drive to Orlando may sound like a dream. But for someone relocating from a small town in central Georgia or rural Illinois, that same drive may feel like a major inconvenience. And I'll be honest, the traffic lights here drive me nuts. I remember when we first drove down here to move into our new house. My GPS said we were 5 miles from home, but it was still going to take 20 minutes to get there. Thought it had to be a mistake. It was not. Having I-95 running straight through the county definitely helps. But deciding whether you want to live in a larger city like Palm Bay or a quieter area like Grant or Malabar becomes really important. You just need to be aware of what your wants and needs are and whether you're willing to drive a little longer to work or to the beach or out for dinner. or if you really want to be in the middle of nowhere. Where we decide to look for you will definitely change depending on your answer to this factor alone. Affordability is the fourth factor to consider. Florida has no state income tax and no inheritance tax. And for a lot of families, that can make a very real difference in how much money they're able to keep in your pocket. But on the flip side, some people are surprised by things like the cost of living on daily things like groceries, or things like homeowners insurance or HOA fees. I had one couple who felt very prepared for their monthly expenses. But when their new community was turned over from the builder to the residents, the HOA fee increased more than they even expected. And because they were on a fixed income, they had to make some serious adjustments in their lifestyle in order to accommodate this change. They loved their community and all that it offers, so they decided it was worth the adjustment. But this is a very personal decision for you to make. I try hard to help that by always discussing these factors and helping you see the whole picture on a house you've fallen in love with. I have an arsenal of mortgage officers, insurance agents, pool companies, and lawn care guys, and more, so that you can get a realistic estimate on a home before you ever put in an offer. The fifth factor is the pace of life. Some people absolutely love that life here moves slower. It's actually kind of difficult to truly describe what that means until you experience it firsthand. This is another area where closing your eyes and imagining yourself down here helps. Does it drive you crazy if your dinner takes a while to make it to your table? Or are you more inclined to sit back, relax, watch a beautiful sunset, and enjoy your drink while you wait? All these factors and more are why it's so important to sit down with your realtor and talk, not just about the kind of house you want, but about the kind of life you want. Your commute, your hobbies, your desire for community activities, or privacy. Maybe the goal isn't just to move to Florida. The goal is to move somewhere that's going to make you happy once you get there. If you're considering a move to Florida's Space Coast and you'd like to talk through what that might realistically look like for you, and I'm always happy to help you make the right choice for your lifestyle. So don't hesitate to call me, leave a comment down below, or text. We'll communicate any way you want. Talk to you soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video.